Clara loved her flower shop. Petals fluttered around her like colourful confetti. The air was sweet with the scent of lilies and roses. Her shop sat on a quiet street, just a stone's throw from the sea. Every morning, Clara would open her shop windows. The salty breeze would waltz in, bringing the sound of crashing waves. She loved greeting her regulars. They'd chat about life, love, and the changing tides. Clara found solace in the quiet rhythm of her life. Arranging flowers brought her peace. The coastal town was her sanctuary. Little did she know a new chapter was about to begin, a chapter filled with unexpected love. The rain was coming down in sheets. It hammered against the shop windows, blurring the world outside. The bell above the door jingled. A man stepped inside, shaking raindrops from his coat. Clara looked up. The man was tall, with kind eyes and a gentle smile. He looked lost, a little weathered, like a worn paperback. He introduced himself as Ethan, a writer. "Just escaping the downpour," Ethan said, his voice warm. He glanced at the vibrant blooms surrounding them. "What a beautiful shop you have." Clara felt an unexpected flutter in her chest. "Thank you," she replied, her cheeks warming. "Can I interest you in some flowers?" Ethan's smile widened. "Perhaps I'm looking for something to brighten up my writing space." Ethan became a regular at the flower shop. He'd often stop by on his way back from long walks along the beach. He'd share stories of his travels, his words painting vivid pictures in Clara's mind. Clara, in turn, would talk about her love for flowers. She'd explain their hidden meanings, their delicate beauty. Ethan listened with rapt attention, his eyes reflecting her own passion. They'd sit outside the shop, sipping coffee, their conversations flowing as easily as the nearby tide. Clara found herself looking forward to his visits. Ethan's presence brought a new warmth to her days. Their connection deepened with each shared story, each quiet moment. A comfortable familiarity settled between them, a bond built on shared passions and quiet understanding. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the shop, Ethan confessed he was running from grief. He'd lost his wife a year ago. Writing was his way to cope, to heal. Clara listened, her heart aching for him. She understood loss all too well. She'd lost her parents in a car accident a few years back. The shared pain drew them closer, creating a space of unspoken understanding. They began taking long walks along the beach, their footsteps leaving fleeting imprints on the sand. They shared their stories, their fears, their dreams. With each shared secret, each whispered fear, they helped each other heal. Ethan's writing began to reflect a renewed sense of hope. Clara's laughter returned, ringing out like wind chimes in the salty air. They were finding solace in each other's company, their broken hearts slowly mending. The days grew shorter, the air crisper. Christmas lights twinkled in the shop windows, casting a warm glow. Clara and Ethan were walking hand in hand along the beach, their laughter mingling with the crashing waves. Ethan stopped, turning to face Clara. His eyes, usually filled with a hint of sadness, now sparkled with an unfamiliar emotion. Love. It shone through, clear as the winter sky. "Clara," he began, his voice deep and resonant, "from the moment I saw you surrounded by those beautiful flowers, I knew—" He paused, taking a deep breath. "I think I'm falling in love with you." Clara's breath hitched. Tears welled up in her eyes, blurring her vision. In that moment, with the salty wind whipping at their faces and the vast ocean stretching before them, she knew she felt the same. Ethan reached into his pocket and pulled out a small, smooth seashell. He got down on one knee, his eyes filled with love and hope. "Clara, will you do me the incredible honor of becoming my wife?" Tears streamed down Clara's face as she nodded, her heart overflowing with love. "Yes," she whispered, her voice choked with emotion. "Yes, Ethan, 1,000 times yes." And so, under the vast expanse of the sky, with the rhythmic crashing of waves as their symphony, they sealed their love with a kiss. A love born from loss, nurtured by shared stories and quiet moments, blossoming into a beautiful forever.